welcome to another episode of Market Markup. This is Lance, co-founder BH Capital Enterprises, where I teach people how to navigate the markets using price action. Um, my little area of price action deals mostly with charts. So basically, I teach people how to read charts. So if you're looking to learn, how to read charts, definitely don't hesitate to hit me up, and we'll discuss, whether we're a good fit for each other. You know what I'm saying? So don't hesitate to reach out with any questions. But what I've been doing for the month of July is choosing a ticker or having people to send me tickers to look at, and doing a video breakdown of those tickers and posting them here on YouTube, and trying to follow those tickers, as the days progress. Someone asked that I take another look at ARKK, after Tesla reports earnings. So Tesla reported this afternoon after the markets closed. Looks like they beat, but the price currently is only sitting about maybe 10 or so points higher than where it closed. We know that it could look vastly different in the morning. You know what I'm saying? So just something to keep in mind. So I actually did a video on ARK about 2 weeks ago or so. So make sure you go back and check that out and then come back and watch this one. But right now, the sentiment, in my opinion, long term is still the same with ARK. It's still trading in this pattern. As you can see, a couple of times it went up toward this trend line, this white trend line, and faded from there. It also hit this lower trend line and bounced from there. But overall, it's really, really struggling this year to beat that 2020 close level. In my opinion, I think it's a chance that ARK may dip one more time, um, before, maybe taking off. The thing about ARK is that, Tesla is one of the heaviest weighted tickers in its portfolio. I want to say Amazon is pretty heavily weighted as well, but I could be wrong on that because I don't like closely follow ARK like that. But you guys can can check me on that. Um, but I right now ARK is pretty neutral. Even with Tesla's earnings, ARK is pretty neutral right now. So in my opinion, what I would do personally is just watch the price action. And like I said, right now the price action on this one, remains pretty much as I was saying, in the previous video. Um, I would watch this lower trend line still. As you can see, it held last week, and this week so far, the price action has been mostly bearish, and still below that 2020 close of 124. So, we're still watching that area because the price has continued to struggle above that 124. So, I think that, maybe there's a chance that that the price action may narrow a little more, so volatility may go down a little bit, as we get closer and closer to a potential breakout or breakdown, on this pattern. But in my opinion, we should see a breakout or a breakdown, um, by late August, in my opinion. So just be on the lookout, from anywhere from today or tomorrow, technically, because the markets are closed right now. Anywhere from tomorrow on up till August 23rd, that week, we should see some resolution of this part of the pattern. So, like I said, I will watch that about 115's area, and also I would watch that 124 or mid 120s area, for a breakout or a breakdown. But it's very possible that the price can kind of oscillate between those two levels. That's pretty much what it did last week, where it went down and touched about 114, and then got as high as that mid 120s. But nothing outside of that, last week. So let's take a look at the daily chart and see um, what's going on there. Okay, so daily chart, what I'm seeing is an inverse rising wedge, which is typically a bullish pattern. So I'm just going to draw that out here. And you can clearly see where the resistance is short term. So really, as far as the daily chart is concerned, I'd be watching this 122, 123 area. You can see clearly over the past like week or so, the price has really struggled there. And over the past 3 days or so, it has tried to test that upper trend line of the pattern and faded there. So if basically watch to see if the price can get above this trend line first. And then if it does, it's probably going to head for that 124, that mid 120s area that I mentioned. But if not, then, this thing, like I said, it's a possibility that it can dip back down into the teens. So, maybe 114, maybe even lower than that. But like I said, we should see some sort of resolution by or before late August. So, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Um, for me, I don't necessarily. I study the price action first, and then I kind of keep my eyes and ears open for any type of news that corroborates either one of my hypotheses that I've formed. But yeah, so far I don't see anything different with ARK. Um, as far as like the overall sentiment, although Tesla, beat on earnings, but what I would do as well is watch Tesla over the next week or so, especially tomorrow, immediately after earnings. See if Tesla's able to get over 700, because really, if the sentiment remains unchanged on Tesla, then I'm of the opinion that that same thought process can be applied to ARK. Um, I was thinking that maybe Tesla would finally get to 700 and hold, but I don't know. I don't know. So far right now, it's just chilling. But there's a chance, that the markets can come in and start buying up Tesla tomorrow. But we'll see. But really, the one of the key numbers that you're going to want to look for on Tesla is that 700, and you're going to want it to hold that 700, because it has hit 700 a few times, but it hasn't been able to maintain that level. So I think that would really correspond to ARK being able to hit and maintain certain levels, generally speaking. So keep that in mind. Once you see sentiment starting to change on Tesla, then there's a chance that ARK may follow as well. But of course, you don't want to discount the other holdings in the portfolio. But that's just my thought process. But yeah, so that's let me see where the moving averages are before I end this one. Okay, so ARK currently is sitting right at its 200-day moving average. So pay very close attention to that, because that's a pretty important development there. That 120.7, and then that 50-day moving average is right at 117.31. So be watching where the price is trading in relation to those two moving averages, especially. Um, if this 200 doesn't hold, then the price is going down for sure. How far, I'm not sure, but be looking for key levels like this 50-day moving average, maybe even on down to the 114, 112 area. If that doesn't hold, then it's going down to, below 110 in my opinion. But definitely on this daily chart, especially over the next week or so, as the markets start to price in more big tech earnings, be watching where the price is in relation to this 200-day moving average. Um, if it bounces from there, again, I think it's going to the mid 120s area. Um, but in that, it has to bounce from here and it has to beat this trend line, and then it pretty much has freedom, quote unquote, to 2020's close at least. So just some things to watch, from a technical perspective. Um, that's pretty much it. Those are the main things that I'm seeing with this setup currently. Let me go out a little bit, see if I see anything else. No, that's pretty much it, y'all. So, if y'all have any other tickers that y'all like for me to check out, feel free to leave them in the comment section. I will see you guys for the next episode of Market Markup for day 27. I appreciate y'all watching. Please like, share, subscribe, comment, dislike, whatever you feel compelled to do. Either way, I'm grateful for your audience, and I'll catch you in the next episode.